Hey guys, it's Mark from lotmoreguitar.com, and in this lesson I'm going to talk about eighth note strumming, or down and up strumming, or pendulum strumming, whatever you want to call it, but it involves adding an upstroke to our basic down strum that we have. So once you've learned a few open chords and you're able to kind of strum down and switch between them, you want to start adding an upstroke. So I'm going to use a G chord here. That's a fun one to strum because you can strum everything. So if I'm tapping my foot, can't hear it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Those are where I'm going to put my down strums. Okay, we call those quarter notes. That's the basic, one of the most basic rhythms we can do is quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the eighth note, we're counting in between those beats. So usually we count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So on the G chord it would sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now you'll notice when you do a down strum, you're still coming up anyway. So I'm really not doing anything different with my picking motion here, or strumming motion. I'm just brushing the strings on the way up, but the timing is important. So you got to know how to count it. If you're doing a measure of 4 beats, it would actually be 8 times you're strumming the guitar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, we call that eighth note or pendulum strumming because the most important thing with getting a smooth strum is keeping that pick moving up and down. So as you go through the chords, just kind of keeping it going. Okay, so once you can switch some basic open chords, you want to start training your strumming hand to keep going. So in other words, if I go G to D here, but I don't get the D quite right away, okay? It's not great, but it's not terrible because I kept the strum going, as opposed to being woohoo, and then stopping, trying to get the D. So we want to start training the hand to move, the strumming hand to move, without having to rely on what the left hand is doing. So independent of the left hand. Okay, so if I take the chords away, you see we have kind of a simple drum beat there. Okay, so a lot of strum patterns just come from when we miss the strings and it creates these beats as opposed to just a constant down and up. So let's say I just missed on the first up strum. So in other words, that would be 1 miss, 2 and 3 and 4, and let's say I'll miss there too. So that gives me this beat, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. But you notice I didn't change my motion, right? I didn't try to go or anything like that. I just kind of let it come from the down and up of the pick. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So if I add the chord, I get the kind of. Now what's great about that is if I accidentally hit the strings when I don't want to, it's not a big deal because I'm always going to be in rhythm. It's like playing a shaker with your pick. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. I tell my students, rather than get hung up on down and up, try to get the basic feel of the eighth note going, like you're playing a shaker. Now, I know some songs are more specific than that, but this would be, for any kind of strumming song that has a steady beat, you're thinking of the pick as like a drummer. You could kind of play that basic rock beat. I could leave a lot of space if I want, but as long as my pick is moving, I'm always going to be in rhythm when I hit the guitar. that's really the core fundamental of the eighth note strumming. It's just keeping the pick moving. It doesn't have to be this big sweeping motion, just a little bounce, you know, it's good. Okay, again, I'm just using these basic chords here. So from that, you can create different patterns. You could go down, 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 up, down. All right, but now you're in control because whenever you miss, you get a nice, you know, space. Okay. So that's the basic eighth note strum. So you just keep in mind one of the fundamental point is keep your pick moving. And remember, we're counting it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? So if you do that, you can leave a lot of space or you can not leave space. One strum that you hear a lot is missing on the downbeat. So in other words, I might sound like this without the chords. Down, down, up, miss, up, down. Down, down, up, miss, up, down. So I'm actually missing on beat 3 there in addition to missing on the up after 1. So 1, miss, 2, and 3, and 4, and down, down, up, miss, up, down. Down, down, up, miss, up, down. Okay, and then you get this kind of a nice... I'm not trying to do that, you know, by getting kind of a herky-jerky motion there. I'm just letting the pick go down and up, and missing on those downs to get the 2 up to them. I call that the hit song strum because you can, you hear it in a lot of tunes. And you could do it fast. Or you could do it slow, or slower, and it creates this nice... But just to reiterate, if you can train yourself to feel the beat, no matter how fast or slow it is, with the pick, 1 and 2 and 3, then you're really in control, and you could miss when you want, you could hit when you want. You could do it straight up all the time, or you could leave more space. Okay, but you're in control. So that's the fundamental skill you want to develop, is moving that pick up and down with the beat. Okay, so give that a shot, and I'll see you in the next lesson.